Well, okay. So, see, I'm sorry. I need to check that camera very well and let me, you understand now, so that I can sit down pretty. You see, this topic that we want to address today, it is bedroom talk. So that is why you see me sitting down in my bedroom to discuss about this. So don't tell anybody. And again, the children are not around. So let's get into the gist of today. Hi guys, how you doing? You're welcome back to my page. You're welcome back to Modele Oba's Corner, where we talk about womanhood, motherhood, lifestyle, parenting, and so on and so forth. So my name is Baokez, in case you are just seeing me for the very first time, and I'm a YouTuber based in Abuja, Nigeria. I have two babies. You should have checked my videos and you see how I've been, like, you understand now. So let's leave that gist for another day. So why I'm here today is, and again, have you checked my weight loss, how to burn the fats video that I dropped on my page? So you guys should go and check it out. And today's topic, from the caption, you already know what today's topic is all about already. So what we are going to be talking about is family planning. Which one is safer? Which one is good? Is it okay to be on it? So we have a plenty to discuss. So we have a lot to talk about. So just sit back and relax and let's enjoy this topic together. You can also share your own view if you are not okay with anything I come up with on this program. I like this topic. If you know you are not okay with it, so in the comment section is open for you guys, so go there and say out your mind. So, and please don't forget to subscribe. Bye. So now back to the topic of today. You know, talking about family planning, it is something that is so rampant in Nigeria. Like olden days, I don't think our parents even know this thing at all. They just give birth the way they like. They just do anything the way they like. So first of all, in case you don't know what family planning it's all about, so let me tell you now. I'm sorry, but I just need to buttress the topic I want to address. Like, it's a situation whereby, like, where a man and a woman, like a couple, comes together, like agree, and like talking together to be like, okay, we need to give space to our children and stuff like that. If they plan to have 4 children now, maybe they want to put space. It's not only family planning is not only for I don't want to have children again. No, you might decide that you want to give space, like 2 years space, 3 years space, and you don't want any mistake. So you can decide to opt in for your family planning. Or what do you think about that? So, and to me, I'll be talking about this. I'll be talking about this issue based on my own personal experience. So anything I'm saying here, it is what I've experienced, it is that has happened to me. That is why I have the boldness to come to your screen and talk about it to you. So what I know is, we have condoms, we have implant-on, we have this inserter from down, and we also have injection. Those are the ones that I know about, and I will be telling you the one I've tried, the one that I have not tried, and how it works for me. So please listen attentively in case you are planning to have one. And please, any family planning you want to do, when you go to the hospital, tell them to test you so that you will know the one that really fit your body. You understand? The one that works for me might not work for you. You get it now? So fast forward to 2019, when I gave birth to my daughter. And so after that, like, seriously, me and my husband, that time we were not living together. I was in Lagos, my husband was in Abuja. Then I have not moved down to Abuja. So when my daughter was now like 3 months old, and I said, okay, let me go and say hello to this man. So he was like, you guys should come. So we got to Abuja, but before coming to Abuja, you people should not abuse me, because I don't know if it's too early to have sex or anything like that. You see, that's why I said the children are not at home. So I was now like, okay. I went to a sister of mine, like a sister-in-law. She is a nurse. So I went to her and I told her about me coming to see my husband, and I don't know if anything would happen, blah blah blah, like that. So she was like, okay. She used to take injection for herself. That's why I said, whenever you want to go on the family planning, you should see a doctor first. Let them do a test for you first before you know the one that will fit you. She assumed that the injection on would be okay for me, so she gave me the injection. I think it lasted for 2 months. So I came to Abuja, and I spent exactly 2 months. But before I would go back to Lagos, my sister, I was already bloated. Like, I was still looking so lean if you see me, but the normal me, I'm not as fat as that. That was the injection. That was what the injection did to me. Then my face was now round like blood, like ball or sauce like that, you understand now? So I was now like, I guess this injection on will not work for me. This is not my area of specialization. So that's why I said you need to test yourself first. You know, I did not test myself, I just assume. But anyway, it works for that moment. The injection works for what I want. I don't want to conceive, because this is the first time I will be experiencing, after childbirth, having sexual intercourse with my husband. So I had to be like, I need to protect myself. And again, do you know that even when you are breastfeeding, if you are someone that like, let's say, natural family planning, you are breastfeeding and you don't used to do menstruation, that is another one. And me, I'm that kind of person. When I'm breastfeeding, I don't see my menstruation till I win the baby. But I never knew that time. That was why I went for this injection of the thing. But even if I know, you understand, I would not opt in for that, because I guess that one is 50-50. It works for some people, it does not work for some people. That's why I say what works for Kehinde might not work for Taye. So then I took it and I was bloated. My face was round like ball and blah blah blah. So I said, this one is not for me. So when the 2 months on finished, I stopped. So coming back to Lagos, then I now decided to be like, okay, I'm going back to my husband finally, so that we will be living together. So I got back to Abuja and we started living together. That was when me and him sit down, we sat, then we now concluded that this baby still needs, like, we still need some time before we can get another baby, and we don't want any mistakes. So we were scared, we were this, we were that. So I just went to the hospital, then they test me and stuff like that. So they gave me this implanon, and that's the one I used that time. So the implanon was just like, okay, it was on my body. They only told me that when they inserted it, it was not even painful at all. So when they inserted it, my hand, they said I should not have my bath for 3 days. Like, I'll have my bath, but I should not let water to touch the place for 3 days. It was covered with plaster and stuff like that. So I used to put nylon if I want to have my bath, so that water will not touch the place. And as soon as the thing, I did not even feel that anything was in my hand that time. I was very okay. I was living my life. But the only thing, and it does not fail me till I removed it. Like, the thing did not fail me for real. It was okay. That's why I said you should test yourself, know what is good for you. And I did not even do it, like, for real, I will not lie. So know what works for you, because that day when I got to the hospital, they were telling me about this one and they were telling me about the one that they insert. Fine, I've had so much experience, like, to what people used to say about the one, that inserter one from under the coil. Yes, I used to have people complain about it. I have a friend, they used to complain about it, blah blah blah, it does not work for them, they later conceive and all. But you see, this one that I used I didn't have any experience. The only thing I know that was the negative aspect of it was that I was not doing menstruation. I was not menstruating. Yes, my menstruates 2 months, and another 3 months again I will not menstruate. Yes, and when my menstruation will come, it will just be like a drop. So if you are this person that does not like menstruation, like you used to have, you understand now, so it's a very good option for you to opt in and use it. But please test yourself first. So that was that about that. And one thing about this implanon that I really liked about it was that I removed it, because when I was ready to conceive, I went back to the hospital, they removed it for me, and I had to wait for 6 months before I conceived. I was trying, but they said it has not worked finish. So you should know how to calculate yourself. Yeah, and the one I did was 3 years on. So I had to wait for another 6 months before I conceived my baby. And I have other people that did the same thing, that removed the same thing that I removed. The next 1 month they already conceived. So that's why I said our body differ from each other. Then fast forward to when I gave birth to my son, you know, the thing really works very well for me. So I went back to the hospital like 2 weeks or 3 weeks after I gave birth to my son. I said I want to do this thing. They were now like they should do tests for me. I said you guys did not need to do tests for me. I've been here before, and I showed them the mark. I came here to insert this and I came here to remove this. So what I want is this implant again. So they now told me that the implant, the 3 years old. Are you kidding me? So guys, we are back again. Nepa want to do nonsense for me. They don't want me to finish this my joke with you guys, my gist. So let's start again. So and I went back and I told them, you don't need to do any test for me. You don't need to do anything for me. I already know what works for me. So I just opted in for my implant again, and they inserted it on my arm, and they covered it for 3 days. The same process like the first one. Then I'm fine. I still have it on my body till now. Yes, and that is what I've been using since then. So that is why I said till when I decide to have another baby, then I can go there and remove it. Or when the years has expired, like the thing, it has they have the one of 3 years, they have the one of 5 years. So if it has expired, they will remove it, and if you still want to insert another one, you insert. If they want to insert, you can leave it and come back home and conceive. But one thing about this implant is, I'm not saying that I don't have any negative aspect of it. The negative aspect of it that I have is number one, the very first one, I don't menstruate. So if it might be advantage for you that you don't like menstruation every day, menstruating every month rather. So but for me, I'm not okay with it not seeing my menstruation. That is one. Then number two, sometimes the thing used to scratch me, like since this year started now, I've been menstruating back to back. Sometimes it will come, it will be very plenty. Sometimes it will come, it will not be plenty. Like, you understand what I'm saying now? So that is what I'm trying to say, that it has its own positive aspect and it has its own negative aspect. But you see, the positive aspect is, except God wants to give you that miracle baby, it does not fail. Yes, it does not fail. But not because Balki said it does not fail, that is the one you want to know. Go to the hospital, get yourself tested. Let them know the one that is good for you. Maybe it's injection, maybe it's pill, maybe it's that oil, maybe it's this implant, or maybe they will ask you to be using condom. But you see, let's say the facts, the easiest, the safest, this family planning I've ever known of is condom. Because that one, they don't need to insert anything in your body. You are who you are. You don't need to be taking any daily dose just because you want to prevent pregnancy. And another thing about condom is that you and your partner you understand when it's coming, you should understand all that vibe and stuff like that now. So I would say condom is the safest one. Yes. You don't have issue with your menstruation, you are not bloated, you are not seeing blood anyhow, you will not be, you understand now. But you see this one, some people, sometimes I see my menstruation, like my blood used to be very heavy, then sometimes my menstruation is not heavy, so it's just interchangeably, like the thing is it's just like on and off. And sometimes I used to have pains here, not like pains like that, but the thing used to scratch me, like I would just be like, then you see me putting my hand here and here, you will not know why I'm scratching the place. Those are the other thing I know that. But if you have another, if you ask another people, they will tell you this is what they experience, and this experience is not good for them. So all I'm saying in essence is, if you know you want to subscribe for family planning, get yourself tested first. I got myself tested first, and I know the one that is good for me. Yes, sometimes I was bloated, like I was adding fat, I was adding weight. You know, it also makes you to add fat. But the fact is, I will not lie to you, it might be one of the reasons why I was having chubby face all and all before I did that my weight loss stuff. But even me myself, I did not really care for about myself. I eat late night food, I drink any malt, any drinks, any soda that I see, I drink. So all these things, you cannot have two things at the same time. You want to have your family planning on, and you also want to be eating food, like, you understand. So you need to balance it. And for you to be in a safest place, I will repeat it and repeat it again. If it is pill that works for you, turn it to your daily routine, that you'll be taking pills every day. Don't because you see your friend, like the one that my sister-in-law assumed for me, because it's working for her, she said I should come and take injection, and I was bloated, I was not seeing my menstruation, so my tummy was now big. So all these things. But me, this Implanon, I never have any other, like maybe my body is not feeling okay. But what I remember, one of the other disadvantages that I remembered was that when I was trying to conceive for my son, when I went to remove this, you see, throughout that month, for a whole month, I was not myself. I went to the hospital, they did tests for me, they were even checking my kidney, they were checking my liver, maybe I'm fine, they could not find anything. So the doctor now said maybe it's what I inserted before that I removed, that my body has not restructured back to the way it was before. That was why the thing was like, it really disturbed me. But it's just for a month. Then after 1 month, I was very okay and I'm very fine. And so that is what me I've been subscribing to. So I don't know for you. So if you want to know the one that, and you really want this family planning, you should go and get yourself tested so that they will know the one that they will give you. Because to raise a child in Nigeria now is not easy. I'm not trying to promote it. If you like it, fine. If you don't like, fine. But it's just my own assumption. It's just what I've experienced. And I said, let me come here based on personal experience, the way I live my life. I should come and be sharing it with you guys. So thank you for watching. And please, if you watch this video to this end, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because we'll be having this kind of topics often, like freaking like much more, like this is what this topic is, this my channel is all about. So this is what we are going to be, this kind of topic is what we are going to be addressing, we are going to be talking about. So guys, get started with me, because you've not seen anything. So subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.